Sonic Boom, Big Race. Narrated and written by Wuten. Be the day after. The sleepover was completely successful. It doesn't look like anything went too bad. You still have questions about how Streaking Comet was able to get his marshmallow out of the fire without burning himself. You chalk it up to magic. But wait, aren't they Pegasi? Fucks given, 0. Everyone starts to go home.
We had a lot of fun, Sonic Boom. Thanks for letting us come over,
Thunderstorm says, waving with a hoof as he flies off. She nods, waving back.
Uh-huh. Thanks for coming over. Yes, that was a lot of fun,
Typhoon Wind says, trotting past Sonic Boom, giving her a bro hoof before flying off after Thunderstorm.
Yeah, last night was awesome,
Flashkick says, floating by, scared to look Sonic Boom in the face after the game last night. She grins and leans forward, placing a kiss on his cheek as he floats out, causing him to blush like mad and speed off after the other two colts. Streaking Comet smiles and bro hoofs Sonic Boom before leaving as well, something in his mouth. Think nothing of it. Ivy Whisperer trots up to Sonic Boom and hugs her.
Listen, sorry about last night. Don't worry about it. It's just a game after all, not like it meant anything, she giggles. Oh, alright.
Ivy smiles, floating off in a different direction than the other colts.
That was so much fun, she exclaims, bouncing up into your arms. Can we do it again sometime?
Sure. She beams widely, before flying off. You walk into the kitchen to get a snack later. Realize that the colt left with your last box of chocolate. Fucking crazy colts. Today's the day that Rainbow Dash is going to meet with Ingirun and talk about her bullying problem. Hopefully all goes well. You kneel down next to Sonic Boom. Hey, your mom's going to talk with Ingirun today about how she's treating you lately, okay? Sonic Boom looks up at you with wide eyes.
Really?
Yep, we talked with her parents, and they don't like what she's been doing either.
But then, why don't they do anything?
She asks, confused. Well, your mom is a very famous flyer, Sonic Boom.
Yup, she did the Sonic Rainboom, she exclaims.
What? Who told you that story?
Ivy did. Her parents were there when Mom did it,
she exclaims, smiling happily. Well, that's interesting. Well, turns out Ingirun looks up to Mom for it. We're hoping because of that, she listens to what Mom has to say. Sonic Boom snickers a bit.
I kind of wish I could watch it. I want to see her face when she knows who she's been messing with,
she says, grinning up at you. At Cloudsdale in the afternoon.
Where are we going, Dad?
Ingirun groans, floating alongside the larger griffin.
Someone wants to have a word with you about your behavior,
Grasstag says, turning a corner. Suddenly, a blue Pegasus comes into view, with a rainbow mane. Ingirun's eyes widen when she realizes who she's staring at.
Rainbow Dash?
Rainbow lands on the cloud under her, and sits, looking at the young griffin.
Rainbow Dash, what are you doing here?
Ingirun asks, looking up at Grasstag.
I'm here to talk to you about your behavior towards my daughter,
Rainbow says, her tone a bit fierce. Ingirun's jaw drops.
But... No buts about it, Ingirun. What made you think you could continue what you were doing, huh? I just...
Ingirun mutters, her head lowering.
Let me tell you a story, Ingirun. There was a friend of mine a long time ago named Fluttershy, who was getting picked on during flight camp by two Pegasi. Just like what you're doing to Sonic Boom now, she says. She was so hurt by it that I raced against the two Pegasi to defend her. Is that what you want to happen? Is that why you're picking on my daughter? I didn't know. That doesn't make a difference, Ingirun. No matter who it is, bullying someone to make yourself feel bigger than them is wrong. That makes you no better than those Pegasi that were picking on Fluttershy, one of my best friends, all those years ago, Rainbow says, leaning down to the griffin's level. Now, what do you have to say? I'm so sorry, Ingirun mutters, sniffling a bit. I had no idea you were her mom. You have no idea how much I look up to you. Rainbow smiles. At least she was getting somewhere. Now, what are you going to do next? Ingirun looks up to Rainbow. I guess I should go apologize to her and those friends of hers. Now, that sounds like the perfect way to start, she says, standing up. So I can expect not to hear about you bullying my daughter after this? Ingirun nods, hopping into the air. If I'd known you were her mom sooner, I would never even started. Well, not quite the best outcome, but hey, better than nothing, right? Shouldn't never start in the first place to anyone, Rainbow says, looking at the young griffin before taking off into the air. Besides, why start bullying someone in the first place? I don't know, it just sort of happens, Ingirun says, shrugging before taking off after the blue Pegasus. They fly around for a bit,
talking about how the school is, and even have a small race. Grassdog smiles. It looked like it finally worked. His daughter won't be bullying anyone anymore. The two of them land finally after about 10 minutes.
Wow, that was so much fun.
Ingrid smiles up at Rainbow.
Think we can do that again sometime?
Sure, kid. Rainbow grins, holding up a hoof. Ingrid bumps it with her talon, before taking off with her father. That went a lot smoother than I expected it to be, Rainbow says, taking back off toward the house. Perhaps too smoothly. Have months pass, not a peep from flight school about Ingrid's bullying. She seems to have become friendlier now. Even had her and her parents over to visit a couple times. The big race is coming up tomorrow, one giant race on the large course that spans the entire school. All of the flyers are going to be graded on their performance, and even a few Wonderbolts will be overlooking the race.
Are you going to watch me, Dad?
Sonic Boom grins happily up at you.
I've been training really hard.
You smile and nod. Yep, I'm coming up there to watch you race too. Twilight said she'd have a spell for me ready, to be able to walk on the clouds up there.
Yay! Dad's coming to watch!
She exclaims, flying over to hug Rainbow.
Yep, he's going to be right over there with me, watching the entire thing,
she says, hugging Sonic Boom back.
I can't wait!
She exclaims, flying around happily in the air. You're actually just as excited as she is. Later that night, Rainbow turns to you while in bed.
Hey, Anon, you still awake?
Yeah,
what is it?
You turn to face her.
I'm excited, but I've got a bad feeling about this race tomorrow,
she says.
That's the same course that I raced against the two Pegasi all those years ago. The same one where I did my first Sonic Green Boom.
What are you worried about then?
That course goes right over Ponyville, and by extension the Everfree Forest. What if something goes wrong?
She asks, nuzzling tightly to you.
Nothing's going to happen, Rainbow. You know that they have people watching the entire course.
She curls up into a ball in your arms, hugging as tightly as she can to you.
Kiss for good luck?
She asks, smiling up at you. You smile and then lead your head to hers, locking your lips together in a gentle, loving kiss, cradling her head in your hands before pressing your foreheads together.
Night, Rainbow. Good night, Anon,
she says, looking into your eyes and smiling before closing hers, falling into sleep once again. The grip of slumber eventually takes you as well. You're going to need all the rest you can get for the excitement awaiting you tomorrow. Be the next day. Twilight has cast the spell on you, and Rainbow is carrying you by your underarms up to Cloudsdale. You're still surprised at how strong her rings are. She lowers you down onto the cloud. The moving surface is a bit weird to get used to, but eventually you start to get a feel for walking on it. It's kind of like walking on a waterbed almost. Sonic Boom flies over to you.
Yay, Dad, you made it!
She exclaims, flying happily around you.
You ready to watch me kick some butt?
She asks, grinning proudly and striking a heroic pose. Yep, she's just like a younger version of her mom.
I'm gonna be in the third race. Be sure to watch me,
she exclaims, grinning at you before flying away. Rainbow smiles at you, before picking you up again and flying over to the cloud that she staked out for the two of you, where you can oversee the entire race.
Man, this takes me back.
Rainbow smiles, setting you down on the cloud and sitting next to you, nuzzling into your shoulder.
It feels like it was just yesterday I was racing on this course.
You smile at her and drape your arm around her, hugging her close. Well, now we get to watch Sonic Boom do the same thing. The first two races go fairly quick, Typhoon beating Streaking Comet, and Flash Kick beating Ivy Whisper. And finally, the third race comes around.
All right, next up we have Sonic Boom,
The announcer calls out,
and her opponent, Ingirun.
Both you and Rainbow look at each other, and then quickly back to the starting line. Suddenly you have a bad feeling in your gut.
You ready to eat my dust, Ingirun?
Sonic Boom looks to the Griffin, a confident grin on her face.
We'll see who's eating whose dust when I'm at the finish line and you're still in the middle.
Ingrid grins back, digging her claws into the cloud under her.
You're on!
Sonic Boom exclaims, flaring her wings out as the countdown starts.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
A buzzer sounds, and both Ingrid and Sonic Boom start down the course. It looks like the entire course is comprised of clouds in the shape of rings that they're supposed to move through. Interesting. Kind of reminds you of a certain game you used to play back home. Star Fox. Yeah, that's it. Back to the race. The two of them are still neck and neck with each other, neither one seeming to gain ground on the other. A sharp turn is coming up, and both of them pass successfully. Well, looks like Ingrid's finally going to be flying this one fair. There are 2 more sharp turns and then the finish line. It looks like Sonic Boom is slowly starting to gain more and more distance.
She's in the lead! You're cheering like a madman. You nearly fall off the cloud yourself. The second turn, she pulls even further!
Looks like Rainbow's practice with her on the sharp turns outside in the yard helped out after all.
Last turn, coming up, and... Wait a minute. What's going on?
Ingirun just soared past her and made the turn, heading straight for the finish line.
Sonic Boom's... slowing down? Oh no, did she expend herself too much on the last push?
She's crashing down right into the forest below. A brown pony quickly rushes to her aid, but can't stop her descent. They both go crashing down into the depths of the Everfree Forest. You and Rainbow are stunned at what happened. It's still all registering.
What could have happened?
End.